everybody. Welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is October 16th, 2016. Last night, I was a special guest on the Front Porch radio show on iHeartRadio. And ladies and gentlemen, they are trying to silence me. They do not want the truth to come out about Planet X. But I am delivering the truth. So stay tuned and listen to the broadcast. This will be a series of videos, so watch them all.
Started writing papers that he was going to, I want to use the word expose his findings, but publish his findings. And then shortly after, I don't think it was very long after, days or weeks, this middle-aged man suddenly died of esophageal cancer. Now, in some of the records that I've read and researched, Robert Harrington had an extreme Navy physical. Okay, this is documented. Navy doctors are some of the best. How they can miss extreme esophageal cancer, and the man showed no symptoms of this, but yet he found this brown dwarf star and possibly several planets orbiting it, coming up into our solar system, and then he dies.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he passed away, other astronomers got on to his work and his research. And I believe up to date, we're now missing, I think it's 102 scientists and astronomers that were digging deep with their skills, their intelligence, and their training and their knowledge. And if you want to talk conspiracy, that's a conspiracy there. What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
So as time has gone on, the trail of evidence leading into this system has basically gone dry. And it's gone dry for a reason. And I think it's because people are afraid of publishing professional findings.
Right.
Because they know that if they do something like that, that their time on this earth is probably going to be very limited. Very limited. Because if you look at the situation, if in fact we did have absolute 100% published proof that this was about to occur, the world would come to an end. And I mean come to an end, it would come to a complete stop. The world financial markets would fail within a few days. Nobody would pay their bills. The governments would be losing money like crazy. On top of that, when Harrington published his papers and gave the information to the United States government, they went into damage control immediately. What are we going to do? We have 30-some years. Okay, this is what we have to do. And this was in the era of Ronald Reagan. And Ronald Reagan is said to have said, shut this down. Shut it down and, get everybody in from NASA and let's get on this. And that's pretty much the beginning history of how this has come about.
Well, it's interesting you say that because, Reagan, in his era, he was all about the Star Wars program. Having missiles up into space, for battle. But then you have to ask yourself after hearing that, is that really why he had the Star Wars program? Was it to cover something up? Let me kind of change gears on you, and I hate to do that. I just got a article that just came in that I want to kind of run by you.
Mm-hmm.
This is out of Red Flag News. It says now the FAA warns pilots no flying parts of Montana on Saturday because of rocket launches. The only rockets in Montana are nuclear missiles. Now, this just came across my desk right now. So Saturday, there's parts of Montana the pilots are not allowed to fly over due to these rocket launches. And they are going to be, and like I said, the only thing there are nuclear missiles. So obviously you hadn't heard about this because it just now got sent to me. It just came out. I wonder if this has something to do with more meteors coming in. Or
oh, man. Oh, Lord. Well, I was just on a talk show on YouTube earlier this afternoon with a I don't know what you want to call him, a self-proclaimed amateur astronomer, scientist, a young guy, has a YouTube channel, but he does a lot of debunking of YouTube channels that deal with this topic. And, we've gotten into it a couple of times, and he said that it's absolutely impossible for a nuclear warhead to be placed inside of the Osiris rocket, launched into space, and it is impossible for that rocket to release a nuclear warhead on a smaller satellite and head to an asteroid. But yet, they could send the same rocket to an asteroid to let a small satellite out that would attach itself to this asteroid, moving through space at over 120,000 miles per hour, just to take a dirt sample and send it back to Earth. Cost? Who cares? 500 billion, $1 trillion
Yeah.
for a vial full of dirt.
I hear you, man. I'm
So,
with you.
in our economical situation here in the United States, if I found out that they were going to outer space and spending $1 trillion to go get a vial full of dirt from an asteroid, of which we already have tons of samples of meteors, we can dig them up here on Earth. Why would they do that? Now, after I made my YouTube video of the information that I had received from Kuwait about the asteroid that was coming in, that was just about a mile long, what happened? The next day, on the 26th, a massive meteor flying out of the sky, exploding in the atmosphere. And then from there, what's happened? Meteors coming down left and right. I have tons of photographs from all over the world. What happened 2 weeks ago? Queensland, Australia. Meteor comes out of nowhere. Boom! Hits right off the coast out in the ocean. Lit up everything. What just happened the other day over the English Channel in England? Meteor. So, let's just face it. This is possible. It's all very, very possible. And there is a very large amount of debris that is said this planetary system brings in with it, because it has to come in through the asteroid belt. It's going to kick things around like breaking the billiard balls on a pool table. It's going to send things everywhere. Now, I've been imaging or seeing these things on images from the International Space Station of large rocky bodies just floating right over Earth. I got an image today. Now, what would that be? And these things, these rocks, as I call them, listen, I'm going to tell you something, Greg. They're huge, but yet they're high enough, and they are just barely missing Earth. And if you take a look at meteorscan.com, which is an online meteor site, which shows you on an instrumentation meteors breaking through the atmosphere and gauging them as high energy spikes. I have a lot of my subscribers that monitor this information for me. They send me the quick photographs of it. And all during the period after this meteor or this asteroid was destroyed, we had a very intense period of meteors coming into the Earth's atmosphere. And thank God, all of them burned up. But a lot of them were seen and photographed all over the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just listened to part 5 of the Nibiru channel interview on the Front Porch Radio Show on iHeartRadio. Stay tuned for part 6. I'd like to thank all of our Nibiru watchers. You guys do a fantastic job. Would also like to thank you for your loyal subscribership. You can continue to email your photographs and your video to NibiruPlanetX2016@gmail.com. And don't forget to share our videos with your friends and family members on Facebook. And subscribe to the Nibiru channel for all of our current updates. And like I always say, keep an eye in the sky. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is October 16th, 2016. Last night, I was a special guest on the Front Porch Radio Show on iHeartRadio. And ladies and gentlemen, they are trying to silence me. They do not want the truth to come out about Planet X, but I am delivering the truth. So stay tuned and listen to the broadcast. This will be a series of videos, so watch them all.
Started writing papers that he was going to, I want to use the word expose his findings, but publish his findings. And then shortly after, I don't think it was very long after, days or weeks, this middle-aged man suddenly died of esophageal cancer. Now, in some of the records that I've read and researched, Robert Harrington had an extreme Navy physical. Okay? This is documented. Navy doctors are some of the best. How they can miss extreme esophageal cancer, and the man showed no